Did that new character ever come out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we were talking about that last time. Yeah, he came out. He's pretty sick. You just gotta play him to. He's just.
Well, I tried to come over and play. Oh no.
Yeah, we were vibing. He and I were just chilling. You can come over anytime and get your ass kicked, though.
That's the thing. I get my ass because I would get my ass.
Bro, you know what I think about all the time when I think about like getting my ass kicked in video games? Think about, I don't even remember what grade we were in. We were still at bets. Like, this was my birthday, and you had just got the Xbox. Like, you had the Xbox, and like obviously I didn't have any video games besides. And I had your Xbox 360 and Modern Warfare 2. And you brought it over, bro, and like you and like Carter and Cameron or whatever, like we were playing, like you know how to play, and I was trying to play it, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on. And I just remember being so butthurt because I was like, I don't want to play this game. I'm getting my shit kicked on my birthday, like, bro. Yeah. Doing sniper quick scopes on Rust. On Rust and on what's that, the airline one?
Yeah, Terminal.
Terminal, yeah.
The funny thing is that we didn't give a fuck either.
Yeah.
We were birthday beatdown.
Yeah, dude. Seriously. Fucking crazy. I think about that all the time. I'm stuck to video games. I didn't get what was that, third generation? Yeah.
360?
360 or PS3?
That was
third gen? PlayStation.
For PlayStation. Xbox 360.
Second gen. So yeah, I didn't get like that next gen until almost 30.
You got the fat boy too.
Yeah, I got the big outdated PS3, bro.
Hey, shit worked.
Dude, it was. I still have it.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember. I remember I switched from Xbox 360. I had the slidey top one. I thought it was so cool, dude. Fucking press a button. Those were the days when we didn't have to worry about shit. We just do whatever the fuck we want.
Pretty much. Video games all day. Awesome.
Especially Christmas break. Dude. Christmas break was that
grinding
time.
double XP, bro.
Oh yeah. Got the game Christmas.
And then everybody gets the game late on Christmas too. You're like, shit.
And you just fucking wake up at 7 a.m., have a bowl of cereal, and fucking play video games all fucking day. It was the best. Oh man.
You're still trying to get a PS5 though, aren't you?
I don't know.
Are you not? Because you got your PC.
Yeah. How much?
Yeah.
They just don't.
I'm definitely not as interested in like spending all day playing video games, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't get me wrong. I can get. Where you go? They got scooters out there. I know they're renting scooters, but I could totally sit down for a couple hours and play video games, you know. Like but yeah, I'm not like dying to play video games all day, every day. Yeah, it's just like there are other things.
I like that coat.
Thanks. Katie's mom bought it for me last Christmas.
Very puffy.
Not this past Christmas. Christmas.
Dude, everybody my family Christmas got fucking.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
You know how like I don't know if
you. Yeah.
Did the volleyball thing, and I get a call or text at work. Like, hey, everybody, COVID.
Nice.
And well, fuck, not gonna test it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't test it. I didn't get it. But and then Grace and my parents were just dying.
Yeah, I remember you telling. Sucks.
Yeah.
How does your family feel about the vaccine?
I don't know. They don't know. How do you feel about it?
I was super sketchy about it. Like I wasn't like anti-vaccine, but I also wasn't like fuck yeah, get the vaccine.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And like my family is, I would say they're anti-vaccine. Like my mom, she's like, don't get that vaccine. I don't know anything about it yet. You know. And a lot of people that I know are like that, right? They're just like, to be really cautious because they're kind of skeptical of it. But my work actually just this whole week we've been vaccinating patients at the homes. Like I don't know. I think just through this week for me personally, just like seeing how it's just so normal. Like it's like in our heads we've been hyping it out. Yeah, bro. We've been hyping it up like all year, right? Like it's COVID. Like the whole year's just been COVID, and now this vaccine comes out, and it's like incredible. It's so crazy. But but like now that we've been doing these vaccinations, it's like it's just a vaccination. So it's like not anything crazy. For me, like I don't know, like my work, we're not going to be able to vaccinate anybody outside of the patients until we complete all of our patients. And then any excess that we have, because all the vaccines were um, like parsed out by the government. Like we got a certain number from the government, and we're expected to use that amount for patients, right? But like we've just talked to the state and be like, well, if we don't use it, right, it's gonna be wasted. So what can we do? Right? And so then at that point, we might start vaccinating staff and stuff like that. Um, and I think I'll get it.
Yeah, my thoughts is how can we fucking but like there's cancer. There's just no cure.
I mean,
I'm not saying like we need a cure, but like there has to be something.
I mean, sure, and I mean, there's always that conspiracy that it's been they just don't and shit.
$13 billion industry,
but yeah, but like, and so there's a lot of things to consider about it though, because like this vaccine, when we got the shipment in, we looked at the boxes and stuff, and literally all the ingredients on that box are almost the exact same ingredients found in your flu shot.
Really?
Aside from like one ingredient, that's because they're using a different technology with this one that they didn't use it. That they don't use in other vaccines.
There's tech.
Yes, there's chips. Specifically, there are microchips in the vaccines. You can see them floating around in the solution. No. I'm gonna put this forward because. But no. So like the reason it got developed so fast, and actually like it's 2021, dude. Like we are living in the future. We have so much technology, technological power, like that we can just create shit. You know, it's like we have the money, we have the intelligence, we have the means to make that happen. But when you're able to base a vaccine on a pre-existing vaccine, you have 90% of the work done. Now you just have to do it. Most of the time was spent on trials, you know, testing it, right? So they probably had it developed pretty quick. They've just been tweaking it and making sure its efficacy is good enough for human use. You know?
Right.
So like, I think you can trust the vaccine, right? Yes, always have a grain of salt, right? Like you know, if you want to be weary of it, that's fine, whatever. You know, sure, you don't get the vaccine and maybe 40 years from now, and I'm like, yeah, Cameron said Bell's palsy. Sure, maybe I got Bell's palsy or some shit, and I'm fucked up because I got this vaccine. Well, you know.
I don't know. Do you think it's gonna?
Yeah.
No, not.
Like because of the vaccine,
because
or
of
like,
the vaccine,
or if people don't get the vaccine.
No, because they're saying that COVID is gonna spike again.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it, and I haven't really read about it. I don't know. But I honestly, I don't know. I haven't really heard anything about that, so I don't know.
Maybe I'm just fucking an idiot. Because apparently it stopped during the summer, and then we're already in June. Yeah. It's already 2021.
Well, it didn't like stop during the summer. It just like it slowed down because we were in super deep quarantine. Like quarantine was helped, right? Like being in quarantine slowed things. But I don't know. I think like that's the thing. If you're afraid of there being a spike, get the vaccine. You know,
right?
That's the solution. Is like get the vaccine. The vaccine takes you. The first dose takes you to like 45-50% resistance, and then the second dose that you have to get like 3 weeks later takes you straight to like 94%. So if at least if even like half of the population is 94% like resistant, it's not going to be nearly as bad as it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
So like I don't know. And actually, fun fact, I learned this today at work. Nebraska is in the top 10 of states who are using their vaccines. So we're at like we were given of the 100% of vaccines we were given. So say we were given 200 vaccines, right? We as a state have given 40% of those.
Really?
We're in the top 10 in the nation to be vaccinating right now. Isn't that amazing?
Well, it's probably for the best because we're like top states.
Yeah.
Cases.
A lot of that's probably from the med center and nursing
Yeah.
homes and stuff like that. And that actually breaks it down, and a huge portion of that is elderly and like at risk. But it's pretty incredible that Nebraska is in the top 10 of most vaccinated states at this point.
Right.
Which I like, because obviously that shows that we're trying to be careful. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'll get it. Like,
Well, you can't.
no, when it is available, I don't think it'll be available until early summer. I think is what they're kind of thinking to the public. Right now, it's only slated for medical professionals and for elderly use, I think, and like at risk stuff like that. But it won't be available to the general public until like.
A Rothschild put a patent on the vaccine in like 2015, or not the vaccine, the test kit.
2015?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, he just put in the patent for it, like
he was just like, "Yo, maybe this will happen." I get the patent.
But a Rothschild, like
I mean,
one of the
I see
top guys in the world. Yeah, fuck out of here, Rothschild.
Yeah, there's conspiracy brewing there. Where people can make some sort of shit out of that.
I love conspiracies.
Yeah, do you want to take down the banner?
Yeah.
And then reveal our beautiful faces.
Oh.
Yeah, relax.
Whoa!
Yo, what up?
That was so uneventful.
We're back. Season 2.
Season 2?
Episode 1.
Yes.
Welcome back to Wander.
Sorry we took a little bit of a break then, buddy.
Yeah, just keeping the suspense.
Exactly. I was in Colorado for a week. I was sick, and then of course Christmas dropped on a Friday.
Christmas, New Year's
was
weekend,
on a Friday.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
All sorts of shit.
Plus, it just seemed like a good idea to start fresh on the new year.
Right. So
why not?
Definitely. I mean, obviously we didn't wanted to.
Yeah, so we're still in the closet.
Yeah.
We're still using Twitch, but that's because YouTube is weird, I guess, and they require us to have a waiting period before we can actually use the live streaming. And we're also broke, so we can't afford to make my office look for a stream.
But I mean, yeah, there.
Yes, Runza is in fact sponsoring.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored. They will get sued.
You think Runza will sue us, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they will sponsor.
Yo,
Nebraska podcast.
So. Yeah, honestly, yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, we want to make it look nice. Of course, we can't just go like halfway if we're gonna move. If we're gonna move it all. But no, next week we'll be on YouTube. 1000%. Gonna make it look all pretty and for you guys. Make it a little bit easier access.
Yeah. We're making moves. We're just making moves in silence.
Silence. That's how you make moves. It's in silence, baby.
Making moves in silence.
No, season 2 I think is gonna be pretty sick. We already got some topics in mind.
You said you were in Colorado?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was sick.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, their lockdown is one more.
We gotta censor
it. Yeah, somebody put in the blurb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, Colorado was sick actually. Got to meet Katie's parents for the first time. Her family. Everything was like lockdown. We went downtown. No.
It's from outside Denver.
Little
suburb.
Yeah. It was pretty cool though, because like we would go into the mountains, and you could see like downtown Denver from like the top of the mountains.
Yeah.
But it was like 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
So it was pretty sick.
I fuck with Colorado, bro.
Everybody should. Sick. I went to Red Rocks. I got to see like the Red Rocks Amphitheater.
What'd you see?
That one.
Oh, you just visited?
Yeah. Well, they're doing construction right now because I don't think they're having anybody play because
it's a good time to repair it.
Definitely.
Sure, see so much wear and tear.
Oh yeah.
That place is incredible. If you can ever go there, it's amazing.
So cool. Like how they use
concerts
like
there
the rocks and then they added on like.
Dude, it's loud as fuck.
I bet you it is.
So loud, it's crazy.
And I think the whole step thing is pretty sick.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like, you know, old kind of, was it like Roman amphitheater style? Mm-hmm. It's massive on a huge scale.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so cool.
I Especially everybody just like staying.
Yeah, I've never been to a concert that was that like packed like sardines, you know. But even then, like Katie and I've been to 2 there, and the first time we saw Glass Animals, and they opened for Portugal the Man. That was pretty cool. Glass Animals are amazing live. If you ever get a chance.
I never even heard of them.
Oh really?
Mm-mm.
They got some new songs that came out this.
Music.
It's like it's not rap. It's I would call it like what is the genre? Dude, I don't even know. It's just supposed to be like kind of like trippy music.
Okay.
But it's got like the newest album has some like trap elements and some hip hop elements, but their debut album is very like trippy vibe, like that acid vibe, you know. But it's just really cool music. And then the second time we saw Group Love and Head in the Heart. That was a pretty good. You've heard Group Love, Tongue Tied?
Oh, yeah. The one song.
Or Lovely Cup. That's the only one that anybody knows. Yeah, they're pretty cool. But those concerts weren't even like jam packed, but they were like just loud as hell. Yeah. And it's just everybody just.
I bet you. It's fun. Katie was telling me that they throw up banner, big rock there. Did they do that or?
No, they had a big ass screen that they use. It's just they have really good animations or like visuals and stuff that they put up. But yeah, that's worth going if you're able to.
Then we also want to. I think there's a pretty bomb pretzel.
Yeah,
pretty good. I fucking.
Did you go to the top of Pikes Peak?
No.
I mean, you've been in Colorado before.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I've been there.
So they got donuts at the top. Really. Yeah.
No, Zach, do you want to let's light this candle and I'll let you tell me what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, you all right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us if you like the audio. Christian decided to mess with it and says it's nice now.
Nice and crisp.
Nice and crisp. I don't know what that means really.
Crispy.
Crispy.
Yeah, it doesn't sound crispy. Like as muffled, I guess. You know, like
just clearer.
Yeah. Okay. More clear. Okay. Clearer.
We'll hear it on the playback, you know?
Right, exactly, because we watch every single one of them.
Yes, so. When we're editing for our season 2, what's it called? Highlight reel.
Yeah, the highlight reel, whatever it is.
Yeah, we're just chatting about like goals today. 2021. We are 8 days in, and it's already a clusterfuck dumpster fire.
December 36, 2020.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy so far.
I mean, do you just want to start out with events, or
I mean, we don't have to get too deep because like obviously everybody sitting here has seen every meme and knows that we've had essentially a coup at the Capitol, right? People trying to act like idiots is what it is.
Yeah.
Which we don't have to go crazy into politics stuff, but so I mean, we're just in the aftermath of our president trying to essentially cement his power with force and
weird situation.
It's weird stuff.
Weird situation.
Just, obviously, the vaccine stuff has gone out, so that's kind of a point of contention for some people, and still dealing with COVID in general. So 2021 is just a continuation of 2020. It's 2020 New Game Plus.
Yes, that's the expansion pack.
Yeah. So I figured today we can talk about goals. Because 2021 is kind of crazy already, but that doesn't mean you're 2021.
Correct.
You can make some goals. It's the time of resolutions. It's the time of goal making and everything. So I figured we talk about goals, maybe talk about our own goals a little bit, just to kind of set the tone, and then just kind of talk about like goal making in general. I feel like a lot of people kind of struggle with making goals, right? Whether it's like self-conscious about their goals, or maybe they kind of like have a hard time identifying goals. Identifying the right goals and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I just thought it'd be a good point to talk about. It'd be kind of nice.
Oh yeah. I mean, how often do you?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah. So like for me, like I started really doing goal stuff last year actually, January 2019 or 2020. Sorry. And I just like made a list of like things that I wanted to accomplish, right, or like things I wanted to work on for myself. It was really a learning process for me because I basically didn't accomplish any of them because they were so lofty, right? I was trying to like do good in school, practice my because I like languages and shit. You know, like Spanish. I've tried learning Spanish many times, so I wanted to practice languages. I wanted to travel, which Katie and I were actually going to make happen, and then COVID hit, so that one wasn't even my fault. Um, you know, and just a bunch of other stuff. I wanted to eat healthier and work out more, and basically I was just overloading the goals I had. It was like things that were just way too hopeful, right? And then I just overwhelmed myself, and it just wasn't going to happen because I'm expecting too much of myself and not being realistic, right? So that was kind of part of the learning process, right? I set these high goals. Not saying you shouldn't have high expectations for yourself, but like your expectations should still be attainable because that's how you remain like engaged and motivated. You don't feel discouraged all the time. So yeah, like I set my goals, and then like the whole year I was constantly referencing like and what I like asking myself if is what I'm doing right now like in pursuit of those goals, right? And if they're not, are those still my goals, right? If it's a no, then just that goal's gone. No big deal. Like, whatever. It's just not a goal anymore. That's just reality, you know. Goals change. Goals should be flexible. Your goal should always be flexible. You just have to allow yourself to say, okay, if that's not my goal anymore, what is? Right, and just keep moving forward. Because to me, like goals, like I think people get stuck in this idea of like I make a goal, I have to make that goal. You know, in reality, it's just like I have a goal to for example, like I said, I have a goal to speak a language. What the fuck are you doing,
dude?
Bro?
My nuts itch so bad.
All right, go to town, bro.
Dude, like I can't just sit here with itchy nuts. You know,
I don't blame you. But so yeah, say for example, I set that goal where like I want to practice Spanish every day, right? Maybe I just don't have the time for that, right? Or like maybe I decide like I just don't want to do that anymore, right? And that's okay. Like just you don't have to like beat yourself up for that. Or like if you're not attaining those goals, like adjust them and be like, okay, well maybe you know maybe this isn't a achievable goal right now. Maybe I need to dial it back, something like that. They just always have to be flexible. You have to be willing to kind of change your stuff up. Um, and so like for example, this year my goals are kind of way different from last year. Like last year, like I said, they're like super accomplishment based, and you know, trying to be like, you know, shooting star, high achiever, etc. But
valedictorian.
Yeah. So this year, I was just like, you know what? I just want to be healthier, right? So just like I don't like it when I kind of broke that down into like exercise, sleep, and diet. I'm just trying to exercise more, just trying to have a regular sleep schedule. Right? I'm not like trying to be crazy and be like, well, I'm gonna, you know,
go to the gym 2 times a day.
Yeah, and like be crazy. Like I'm just trying to hit the gym, sleep regularly, and like I'm not even like trying to cut foods out. I'll eat whatever I want to eat. It's just being mindful of what I eat. Right? If I eat like 3 Oreos, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Oreos, right? It's just being able to say like, okay, I ate a bunch of Oreos. I don't need to have ice cream. You know what I mean? It's just like being mindful of what I'm doing. And to me, that's attainable, right? I'm not being crazy and like drawing these hard lines out of nowhere. It's like you're not eating bread anymore and you're only allowed to eat or drink water. You know? It's like no, I can enjoy a soda as long as I'm not sipping 18 sodas
a day. Everything in moderation, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just that moderation. So applying that principle just to my health. Or like, and for example, my biggest goal, and actually most of my emphasis this year is just on my education, right? I just want to do well. I don't like last semester. I procrastinated a lot more than I wanted to. So my goal this year is just procrastinate. Don't procrastinate is hard, right? And get your shit done.
Yeah,
right?
people
so it's
think,
like you're not going nuts.
Yeah, people think that having a goal, it has to be fucking just this big ass attainable, achievable goal that you'll never get to, or you have to get. You know, and I find dumb, not dumb, but because I like, of course, you want a big attainable goal for you,
right?
But if you just have one goal, that's like, I'm gonna be president.
Yeah,
you know, like shit like that. Like, of course, like work towards it, try to get there, but goals you can't get, you can't attain. So I really like the little mini goals, weekly goals, daily goals, like because that sets you up for success right there. That's what sets you up. I'm just talking too fast. That's what sets you up for those bigger goals.
Right.
Is just little goals throughout the day.
Well, yeah, it's like you should have your long-term goal, right? Like whether that's your year goal, 10-year goal, or like the goal you want to hit by the time you're 90, right? Like you should have those goals because those are like that's like your calling or like that's what draws you forward. But it's like by having goals that serve as like those stepping stones, is what's going to be what really makes the difference, right?
Right.
Like everybody can walk around all the time and be like, I want to be like Picasso, you know what I mean? That's fine, but like, what goals do you have now that are helping you get there? You know what I mean? It's just like, what steps are you taking? That's what it is. It's like, yeah, you can want to be the greatest teacher of all time, but like, what are you working on now to,
right? You know, that's I love that too. If you set short-term goals and you achieve those, you get like a,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. There's definitely more motivation in that accomplishment. And like, you're just driven more by that, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I've just been living away. I don't really focus that much like long-term goals. I'm just focusing on short-term goals that I want to month. Just because, you know, I believe if it's gonna happen, you know, like not really carefree, but the universe is just gonna put whatever's in my path. And
right
now, of course, if I want to, like me and Katie, or Katie and I, we want to backpack across like Europe and Asia, stay in hostels. Like, of course, I don't want to be like, okay, I have to have it at this. We have to leave this day, this month. Right. We got to have all the money by this time period.
Yeah.
But we're gonna set a goal. We're gonna try to get there, and if it happens, it happens. Yeah. You know. And of course, I like to manifest. So like this week, I tried it. Monday morning, I was about to hop in the shower. I was like, today's gonna be a great fucking day. Get shit done, and we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Dude, I did that every morning all week. Dude, I had a nice week. Good week at work. Good home life.
Nice.
Whatever. Like, you just set like expectations for yourself rather than just going into the day like,
right.
Oh, life sucks. Blah blah blah. I'm not getting any goals. Like, say it out loud, man. Like, write down your goals. Like, say it out loud. Like, because if you're just thinking it, it's a thought. Yeah. You know, you're not gonna get there.
Yeah, there's not intention to it.
No, there is no intention at all.
And so, like, I kind of like. I'm not gonna say like, you know, the whole like if it happens thing is like wrong, because I follow that too. It's like if it's meant to be, or if it, you know, whatever, right? Any iteration of that, I feel that, because it's like comforting, right? You know, yeah, I can relax because if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You know, but at the same time, like, I like to have a long-term goal because it's like I need to have that focus. Like kind of like you wake up every day and you're like, today's just gonna be a good day. Like for me, I have to have something where I'm like, I'm doing this for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, even if it's like I'm going to work all day and I'm like, God, this is gonna suck. I don't want to work all day. I can tell myself, you know what? It's all for that, right? It's also I can reach my end goal. And yeah, like to me, like whether that's a month long, as short as a month long goal, or as long as a 10-year goal, right? Like I think everybody needs to take the time to do that, because if you don't have any kind of goal whatsoever, like for example, a month long goal, say your goal at the end of the month is to save enough money to just go on a little 2-day trip, right? Somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that goal in itself is going to motivate you and energize you every day of that month, as compared to if you didn't have that goal and now you're just going through the motions and you're asking yourself, what am I doing this for? What's the point?
You're living the system.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, it's seriously that, like, are you living as a main character, or are you the side character? Yeah. Like, is life happening to you, or are you making life happen, you know?
I always like time is relative, but I like to kind of, like, Lil Uzi said it best, this is my world, so it's all in my favor.
Yeah.
Like, if you go through life that way, like, you're gonna reach those fucking goals. Like, you're gonna hit them, man. You work towards it, you will hit your goal.
True. Yeah, and, like, something that I've been doing lately, so, because I want to work out, I have to make time for that. And especially with, like, I'm trying to account for school, because I'm going to be doing school basically every night. I won't have time in the evenings, and then, like, during the day, I'm either in classes or at work. So I've been trying to, like, organize my schedule where I wake up real early and get my work done, my workouts done, so that I have just the rest of the day to do whatever. And so I've been waking up at, like, 5 to work out, and then I'm ready for my day, and I can just do everything else, you know? And I've kind of been telling myself, like, because it's related to my goals of like working out and sleeping regularly. Something I've been like, thinking about a lot is, in waking up early and accomplishing something that I want to do, right? I want to get up and work out. Yeah. I want to get up, take care of myself, and do that, right? By starting my day with something that I want to do and something I want to accomplish, I'm starting my day my way, right? Yeah. I'm getting up for something I want to do rather than getting up to go do something I'm expected to do, right? Mm-hmm. And so for me, it's all about like I said, I'm making life, I'm living life. Life isn't just happening to me, right? I feel like on the days like this week, right? On Monday and Tuesday, I didn't get up because I was just too tired, right? I was like, I just wanted to sleep in. Those days were probably the worst days of this week because I woke up, I had an hour to get ready, and then I was at work. And then from work, from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock, then I make dinner. I have to go back to sleep early so I can get up and work out. So it's like my whole day was work. I had very little time for myself. So it's like, to me, that whole day, I didn't live for myself. I got up and I did what was expected of me and what I had to do. I didn't do what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And so there's a huge mental aspect to that for me, right? Like designing your schedule to make it feel like you are choosing how your day is going. Yeah, as opposed to the things that are just happening to you, right? And obviously everybody's schedule looks different, right? Like my model is not the same for everybody. And I'm still trying to get used to I'm trying to make it happen. Yeah. And maybe I'll change. Maybe I decide, this really just doesn't work for me in the long term. Maybe I just make a change. But
and that's okay.
To me, like trying to like adopt that idea of like I'm gonna live life and not just let it happen to me. Right? Mm-hmm. And that's part of goal making because it's like again, you're just going through every day, just doing something because you're doing it, as opposed to doing it for a purpose. It changes everything. You have a purpose. You know what I mean?
Like, that's what I hate about corporate America, I guess. That like obviously you have to work. Mm-hmm. You
yeah.
Like you said, like the Monday and Tuesday days for you work, you had to maintain your goals, but you weren't working towards goals. You're working for the man.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I like having goals, but I'm such like a carefree person. Yeah. At this point, I'm just kind of experiencing life at this point, like
right. But like I said, like goals should be flexible, right? So it's like you're not a prisoner of your goals, right? No. Like I make my goals, and I'm structured because I'm a structured person, right? But like my goals are still flexible enough, and I'm willing to accept change enough to where it's like if I have to change my goals, I'm not going to break down and be like, well, fuck, it's all for nothing. Right. I'm awful. I'm loser. I suck. Right? I'm not going to be like that. I'm like, I understand. I just got to change some stuff and get back on with it. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. I like that a lot, actually. The whole change is good. Mm-hmm. Like you said, if you don't stop working out, don't beat yourself up for it. Like it's just you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Exactly. I said I hate. I like having goals too. Like obviously the goal of Wander is to blow up, of course, and if we work towards that, it's gonna happen. Right. I like to think that we're all creative. If we do something, go fucking achieve.
Right. Yeah. Like that never stop creating.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And that's what people kind of have to realize too. That you got to put the effort towards it. If you, let's say somebody has a big old, they buy a new journal as a new year, they put in the new goals for their journal and shit like that. They're not just gonna happen if you write them down. It fucking takes time.
Yeah, you gotta be intentional. Yeah. It. So you can say it, but then you gotta walk the talk. Walk the walk.
Yeah, like you have to work towards it. It's not gonna take. I mean, we talked about this for a while in season 1. Mm-hmm. Shit takes time. Like, and you just gotta keep pushing and pushing and pushing until you finally obtain that goal. Like you said, the guy pickaxe. He stops, but another guy comes. Yeah, it's right just there.
One swing.
One swing away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something too about goals that I think about, because it's something that I experience. Right, it's like there's times where I'm thinking about my goals and I get like bashful about it or like embarrassed about it because like your goals are very personal. You know what I mean? For me at least, a lot of my goals always coincide with like aspirations that dreams, right? Like wishes that I have, things that I want to make happen in my life because like I want to learn languages because I want to be able to communicate with people. I really enjoy like the cultural connections and stuff there, right? But there's always that part of me where it's like, well, I can make this goal, but then it's like you almost like let people's judgments get in the way of your goal making, you know? And I think that's a huge reason why a lot of people are afraid to have goals because they're afraid of what people will think of the fact that they're pursuing something. Like being embarrassed of being passionate about something, you know what I mean? And that's so like that sucks. Like that's so sad because it's like I don't know, man, like the most interesting people are people who are like driven by something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People who are like, this is what I'm working on, you know what I mean?
And then they get laughed at it.
Yeah, and it's having just this mental fortitude to be like, yeah, whatever, laugh.
Right.
Keep working.
Yeah, no, like the whole move in silence.
Yeah.
You know, that's I love to do that. Like I hate posting on social media. I hate, you know, how everybody needs that affirmation on social media. I was talking about it the other night. It's sickening. You see all these, you know, girls pics, and then these other girls that aren't as like confident as that, they're like getting torn down, and then like, of course, maybe they have a goal of, okay, I want this certain type of body, and then they see a picture of another girl's body, and they're like, fuck, I'll never do that. So of course, I'm fucking done. You know, I'm just gonna give up. You can't have that mind. You can't.
Well, comparisons are the death of everything, dude.
Right.
Comparing yourself to anything. Motivate.
Yeah, and that's the whole. I like you're not connected with yourself, like mind body kind of thing. Like you said, you want to work out, eat better. That of course is going to improve your life because you know you were taken care of. With these goals, if like I said, put the work towards them, they're going to work to make you feel better. Don't worry about anybody else. Focus on yourself.
Well, shit, yeah, I go to the gym every morning, and there's dudes in there who are yoked as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like struggling to bench like 95 pounds because I haven't worked out in like 3 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude, just close your eyes and just go. Because
you're closing your eyes on your bench?
No, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, just don't pay attention to them, right? Like, just do your work. Like, you're just here to get stronger and to like work yourself, right? Like, it doesn't matter what you can do compared to somebody else. You just put in your work and you get there, you know? Like, whatever.
Everybody's gonna come from somewhere, you know? Like, I hate that shit. I hate people who judge. Like, why? Because you feel so bad about yourself. Yeah. You know.
Well, I read this really really good quote the other day. It was on some Instagram. It really stuck with me because it's like when you don't do something because you're afraid of somebody's judgments, you're actually just judging yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's so true. It's like all you're doing is like imposing your own judgments. You're like projecting your judgments as if they're somebody else's onto yourself. Like stop yourself before you even try. Yeah. That's the point, you know? I don't know. It's easy to say and hard to do, obviously, to like really pursue something passionately and like just like being that the vulnerability is the key, right? You're so vulnerable when you're like open with your goals and when you're openly passionate and when you're like, I'm doing this, proud of this, and then somebody comes in and goes like, that's dumb.
Yeah. Right.
Like that crushes you. But it's like again, it just don't care what other people are doing, dude. Like if it feeds your soul, right? Try and be the best guitarist on the planet. Fucking be the best guitarist planet you can be, you know?
Yeah, the guitar.
Yeah, Guitar Planet, baby.
Guitar Planet. Because that was something I was really worried of, like back in the day, is judgment. I hated when I would not post what I want on there or stuff like that because of judged. But now, fucking do whatever you want. Like a big goal of mine, I want to like not save the, you know, definitely take steps towards like
just be more considerate about like waste and shit.
Of course,
that's something I've been working on a lot.
Yeah, and that's for sure one of my goals for this year is, you know, trying to not educate, trying to push people towards like helping out. Like it takes 30 seconds to happen. I don't know topic, but you know, your goal, though. Exactly, it's my goal. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want. It's our podcast, so if you don't like it, you can dip. Don't dip though, because
we love the three of you, bro. It's probably Cam, Alex, and maybe Carter. I don't know if Carter's still back. I don't know.
What are your guys' goals for 2021? Let's ask that. I don't know.
My water, bro. Think in the car or is it under
You had a water?
I had a water bottle. Oh, it's right here. Shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. My mom got Katie and I was like,
that's a big ass water.
I don't know how much it holds. I don't think it holds quite 32 ounces.
25 milliliters.
Yeah. But it holds at least liters. 20.
Something like that. So how do you like talking to other people about your goals? Like when you sit down, kind of exchange goals, or are you
in confidence? So for me, it's I toe this line where like I thoroughly believe, like if you're working on something, don't tell people about it because that's just going to give you false gratification that you've accomplished it because people are gonna be like, oh, that's so cool, that's awesome, you're working on that, and then you're gonna stop because you got the gratification. Right. So it's like you get this false sense of accomplishment just from saying you're working on something. So I toe the line between that mindset, but then also sharing with people who are gonna like push you, right? Who are gonna be like, hey, how is that going? Right? They're gonna check in with you and be like, hey, are you still working on that? Show me what you're doing. Like, keep going. You know what I mean?
That brings up a good point.
So it's like there's that kind of balance that's tough to
surround yourself with people that have the same kind of like goal.
Yeah.
As you. I mean, I'm not saying I want to surround myself because I'm going to work out. I'm going to learn a whole bunch of languages.
Right, yeah.
Like
It's not like surround yourself with a bunch of like meatheads who are just going to work out all day every day. But it's surround yourself with people who are like minded in the sense that they
want to achieve.
They're trying to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of podcasts I've listened to talk about is how these people have what are they called? Accountability partners, where it's like they check in with them like weekly and say, hey, how are your goals going? Tell me what you've been doing. You know, basically keeping each other accountable for the fact that they said they're going to do something. Now show me that you're actually working.
Right.
And if you're not, let's make a new goal together that you keep working.
Exactly. And it's not,
which is super cool.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure they're not like, oh, you fucking suck for not getting this goal done.
No, yeah, it's always like, oh, bro, like, what? Like, you just not into it anymore? You know, like, let's figure out, let's redirect, right? Let's find out where your compass is.
I like that a lot. Surrounding yourself with people that are also like minded, similar kind of goals,
right?
Achievements as you, and if your friends are dogging on you for what you want to achieve, why the fuck are you friends? True. You know, I say this all the time to like having problems with like their friends and shit. Like they're not with you, they're against you. You know,
right?
If they're not going to help support you, or they are giving you like backhanded like compliments and shit like that, like why are you friends with them? You know,
No, sorry. Yeah, stop talking.
Yeah, right. Because I hate that shit, dude. Yeah. Why? Friends should be people who lift you up, not bring you.
100%. Speaking of which, viewer shout out alert. Cameron Dakanai is officially a real teacher now. Pretty big deal.
True.
Yeah.
He achieved his goals.
Yeah. Just saying, we had him on the podcast before he was famous.
We gotta have him on again.
Yeah, he was saying the other day, when am I gonna be on the podcast next?
Yeah.
So, all right, bro.
He was giving a shit for starting.
What I was actually thinking was when we move into the larger like space or whatever, it might be kind of fun to have like everybody on, like a big clusterfuck.
Just roasting the fuck out of each other.
I think that'd be kind of fun.
That'd be a different kind for us.
Whoa! I shouted out Cam and we just gained 2 viewers.
That's crazy.
It's kind of.
Hey, what are we so worried about the viewers for, baby? We're just doing our thing, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I was talking to this, one of my coworkers at work. He wants to come on. He's like a 35-year-old dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is it?
His name's Sean.
I don't know, bro. Sean sounds us.
Think so?
No, I don't.
But no, it's weird how you don't talk to somebody, then once you have like a simple conversation, like you kind of how they are. No, he was like, because he hasn't been in the office, and I don't know. He sits like on the other side of the desk,
right?
And I was like, "Oh, you gonna watch a podcast tonight?" He goes, "Podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "What do you guys talk about?" I go, "Just like different shit that people talk about." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then he started talking about like his different like kind of like conspiracies and like shit like that, and I was like, "Okay, that's pretty interesting." Well, I had no clue who you were 30 seconds ago, and now since I actually had a conversation with you,
you got a pretty good vibe.
Exactly.
I mean, like, what's he trying to talk about though?
That's the thing. I don't know. I told him that he could really talk about anything. I mean, I don't know.
Man, to have the kind of clout that like Joe Rogan has, where you can just have anybody on shows.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
we'll get there for sure.
Just go down, walk around like, like, hey, you, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Come here. Yeah.
Come.
Chat.
No, I think that's something that we more guests. I think getting
that could be a goal for the podcast this year.
Yeah, or season 2.
Season 2.
Having more people on, getting more perspectives and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is there any other goals that you have for this year, Zach?
I mean, well, one of the more like I guess not more personal ones, but for me, right, like something that's big for me this year is I want to try and like celebrate my wins, right, rather than being like, for example, last semester, right, I finished like with all A's in my classes, and I was like, oh, cool, I got A's, and like I tend to try and like be humble and be like, oh, it's no big deal, but I want to like hype myself up a little more because I think it's, I don't know, like enjoy your wins, man.
I think that's
celebrate yourself.
I think that's a huge aspect of attaining your goals.
Yeah, like celebrate your shit, bro. Don't try and like make it seem like it's not as important as it really is.
Right.
And that's something like I want to work on. So for me, that's a big thing.
Definitely. I think that's huge actually. Because you'll find people that achieve something small, and they're like, oh. But if you blow it out of proportion, like fuck yeah, I did this shit, like that just makes you want to go get it even more. Now.
True. Bro, speaking of crazy shit, do you see Elon Musk is the world's richest man now?
I respect him.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah, honestly. Can we get Elon on the chat? That would be incredible.
I'll tweet him.
Yeah, that would change my life.
Dude, I do need to get in contact. You know how...
Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Dude, he seems to be pretty active on Twitter.
Yeah.
So...
Because I've been really into the whole... renewable energy, shit like that. Like I want to harness. Yeah. Okay. Do you know how advanced it would be if we could power from not like dig up everything on Earth and like destroy a bunch of trees for like shit like that?
I mean, yeah, for sure. If we use clean energy, things would be way different.
But I'm not talking clean.
Solar power.
Like we send ships out into space.
You're talking photosynthesis.
Pretty much.
Nice.
I mean, I'm talking like we send out spaceships around the sun. We absorb solar flares. We bring it back to Earth.
You're just using the sun for fusion energy.
Exactly.
That sounds nuts.
Wouldn't it be crazy?
Yeah, that'd be nuts. That's what Spider-Man 2's whole plot is, bro. Dr. Octopus is trying to renew like endless energy by using fission, and it creates a mini sun, and then he's got to like destroy it because the gravity is too strong for the Earth.
Well, you can't have a sun all the time.
No, but I'm saying like that was the idea.
That was No,
I'm just saying, bro. Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire was way ahead, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, they're technologically in the future, bro.
Well, what is Tobey Maguire your favorite Spider-Man?
The most nostalgic for sure.
Most nostalgic.
Pizza time. Come on, bro.
I say that all the time. I could just be out in public. Pizza time.
Yeah, pizza time.
Did you see that? I don't know. All three of them are gonna be in one.
That's definitely like an Into the Spider-Verse 2 or something. It's gotta be.
Well, dude, Spider-Verse.
It's a fire movie.
Such a good movie.
Dude, speaking of movies, I've been dying to go to a movie theater.
Dude, there's no good movies out.
No, but like I just feel like, man, like doesn't it sound nice to just sit in a big ass comfy chair with some popcorn, like just vibing?
Slushy.
Yeah. Today at work, I was craving one of those like blue raspberry ices. I haven't had one of those since I was like 12.
Dude,
but
you gotta mix the blue raspberry with the Mountain Dew.
What?
It
like,
tastes
like Mountain Dew or like Mountain Dew slush?
Mountain Dew slushy.
What?
Dude, it tastes like a fucking Baja Blast.
Then why don't I just go to Taco Bell and get a Baja Blast?
You're gonna sneak in a whole ass fucking Baja Blast and pull it out of your goddamn pants.
I've seen crazier shit.
Oh man.
Hell yeah, bro.
No, back to the end of Spider-Verse. That is literally like my all-time favorite Spider-Man movie.
That's a pretty good movie.
It's Spider-Man. Comic poster.
Probably the coolest thing that like fun fact I know about that movie is like the animators talking about how Miles Morales is like animated at like basically half the frame rate of the real Spider-Man that comes through. Like as Miles Morales becomes more proficient at using his powers, his frame rate increases. So he goes from being kind of like stuttery and like not as smooth to being like 60 FPS as his animation. Which is pretty cool.
That is pretty
like,
sick.
That's so inventive.
Yeah.
So like subconsciously, like you can see that Spider-Man moves smoother than Miles Morales is moving. Then like he becomes obviously a better Spider-Man. He's just more smooth, fluid. That's like crazy.
That is actually pretty cool.
Like, that's super cool.
Another fact about 1 second, 8 hours.
Anime.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is what's wild. Another thing, the people who made that movie were for sure on acid. Just putting it out there right now. Come on.
The kawaii anime Spider-Man who's like a robot. That's
pretty
sick.
But have you seen like the end credits? Like where it's like, I don't know. Like,
I don't remember, honestly.
So like after the credits, there's like cutscenes or whatever. For sure. One topic I do talk about, like in the future though, is consciousness.
What kind of consciousness?
Where does consciousness come from?
Is it God or just in your brain?
There's just no.
What's God?
Maybe God.
Why can't it be God, bro?
Well, I mean, I guess it could be God. It could be electricity, but. Goodbye, followers. Thanks, Carla.
Bro, yeah. Love it. So actually, this is no longer the Wander podcast. This is Into the Spider-Verse deep dive.
Oh, yep. We're changing the name, changing the logo. We're not even gonna live stream anymore. We're just gonna record it, post it to YouTube.
Always, it's just a fan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fuck some shit.
What?
Discord.
We got the Discord. We gotta keep using Discord. We need to up our game on the Discord a little bit, but it'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Like I said, slow moves. We're making moves with slow. Yeah. On the Discord though, we'll have the YouTube link so that we can access that next Friday. Obviously the Twitter.
Yeah. Because what I really want to do on the Discord is have enough people to discuss thoughts and topics.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to have like a discussion kind of board going on where people can throw ideas out there and like we can react to that and shit like that. Consciousness equals I think, therefore I am. All right, bro. Philosophy 101. We get it.
I don't even get it. My brain's just scrambled.
I think, therefore I am. Bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's I forget what that is in Latin. All I know is that Justin has it tattooed on his bicep.
Really?
What a dude. Just guys being dudes.
Yeah. Well, scientists can't figure out where consciousness
comes. I mean, they can't. Like, we don't. Like, is science really proven anywhere ever?
We literally talked for like 20 minutes about the COVID vaccine. But they can't figure it out.
No, I mean, yeah. There's the infinite question of, like, consciousness has that, like, issue of like how can it self-identify? Like your brain like names itself, right?
I do like that.
That's crazy, right? Like, yeah, because it's like, well, if my consciousness is in here, right? Like my consciousness is a little voice in my head, but then who's the voice inside the voice? And who's running that voice? But it's like the endless, loop of like what is the.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're not I mean, what Jiznickel was saying the other day in the Snapchat group chat was I fucking lost it.
Own property, make money, fuck bitches.
Pretty much. But no, like the whole we're talking. Fuck. I don't know, but consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I remember now. Society is like it's a program.
Oh.
You know, so like up until age 7, like you're learning, and that is like your subconscious taking in these facts of how you should live. And at age 7, like that's when you start school at 4. You know,
you're like indoctrinated
exactly into what society.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the ego.
Yeah.
Of course. I don't know. My thoughts. We can dive deeper.
We can go crazy on it, I guess. I always got thoughts.
Always. What do you think happens?
What? After death?
We already talked
about it. You gotta watch that episode if you want to find out.
Yeah. That was good. You
gotta go to the YouTube. I believe that was episode 9 of season 1.
Yes. Was it?
Maybe 9 or 10. 1 or 2.
10 because 10 we talked about true self. No, we did.
Either way, go to YouTube. You'll find it, bro.
The Wander Podcast on YouTube. Next week we'll be streaming on there, so please don't come. Actually, I bought Streamlabs OBS Premium.
Oh, you're making investments, my guy.
It's $19 a month. It's actually kind of breaking the bank. But I could stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
That is pretty cool. I think we should just
definitely. I just thought I wanted to flex.
Oh, okay. I understand now.
Other than that, I mean, do you have anything?
I don't know. Like welcome to season 2. I don't know. It's fun to be here again. It's been a while. Again, yeah, like we got the Discord, so if you ever have an idea, something you want to chat about, just throw it in there. We get direct notifications to our cellular devices. My pager goes off, tells me we got Discord chat. Now go to the YouTube, the Twitter, Facebook page is still fucked up. I don't know how to make it work, but it'll get there eventually. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what Zach said. We need a.
I'm fine with just see ya.
Later, yeah. Yeah. That was such like a. Alright,
was it sensual?
It was very sensual.
I don't know. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next Friday at 8 p.m.
Yeah.